just so unbelievably fed up with the ghetto ratchet behavior, entitlement, the victimhood,
Black fatigue, civil war, city under siege. We under stress, better get a gun in the vest. Fuck the Jake, they should be under arrest.
Going live at 5 on Instagram, YouTube, and the other one. I am Black Fatigue.
just so unbelievably fed up with the ghetto ratchet behavior, entitlement, the victimhood,
Black fatigue, civil war, city under siege. We under stress, better get a gun in the vest. Fuck the Jake, they should be under arrest.
Going live at 5 on Instagram, YouTube, and the other one. I am Black Fatigue.
Just so unbelievably fed up with the ghetto ratchet behavior, entitlement, the victimhood,
Black fatigue, civil war, city under siege. We under stress, better get a gun in the vest. Fuck the Jake, they should be under arrest.
Just trying to show my thing. We got some lag. It's been like that. It's one of those days, one of those lagging days. It happens. Can't see my face. Can't feel my face. Welcome to Live at 5, guys. Doing the show that starts at 7 o'clock. Rocky Road. As always. Do we ever start clean? No. I can't even see how I look. Show me. We're frozen in time. Oh, gotta love it. It's all about going live. Just to act like we've done this before. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Hold on. Some sort of overlay or something's happening. Welcome, guys. Sorry for the extra long intro, but listen, when you decide you want to work on a we got the Matrix fit on today. We're doing all Matrix puns. It's all about steak and building hopping and phones with cords on them. You never know when the show is going to fall apart. You think you have it all figured out, and then all of a sudden, whoop, whap, bam, we got it. I just had to hack. I was trying to get the background. I had to hack. Sorry, I had to use the glasses to hack. Guys, welcome to Live at 5, the only show that starts at 7 o'clock. Sorry to keep you waiting, baby.
We're going live at 5. We're going live at 5-ish. 6 o'clock. We're going live at 6 o'clock. 6, 5. That's it.
See how his lighting's doing. It's kind of all up in my damn face. We finished off a lot of good stuff. I'm not going to count what episode this is because it'll make me sentimental. I would like to start off by saying ACAB for sure. My wife was pulled over today, guys.
You're a fucking pig.
It's going to be a lot of ACABing today, guys. We get that situated. Going to be a bit of ACABing today. Pigs are out. Hide your kids. Hide your wallets. They're out here giving out summonses for good behavior. Regular Douglas. Where we at?
Regular Douglas. It's regular, no.
Today's episode is called It's Not Black Fatigue, you dingus. You're just racist. That's it. Nothing crazy. I'm sure you've heard of the saying. It's been floating around. Everyone's having a go. Sure, we got the theme song loaded up. I'm going to do the traditional show. It's not going to be a long one. We started way behind that as I wanted to, as always. So we will do a brief affirmation. And then after that, going forward, we'll just get into it, man. We'll get into the show. I got some clips and dips. And I hope you guys are enjoying your Wednesday. Me, on the other hand, my wife got pulled over today. What do you want? I don't feel good about that. Fuck the pigs. What was the charges? Who cares? They're doing all black. Matrix, check out the gang in the back. Gang's in the back. Hold on. I see what we're doing. We have to put this back here. Let's just double up like we always do. Oh, even better. Even better. Okay. Let's get into the chat. We got, oh, there she is. Let's just add it up. Smiley faces all around. Yeah, the pigs are out, guys. So be careful. Hide your kids, hide your wife.
You're a fucking pig. Nasty bitch.
Pig is out, oink oink. What are you gonna do? Just be careful. They fill in quotas. Today's show, again, like I said, it's live at 5. The only show starts at 7 o'clock. We're doing Black Fatigue, guys. I don't know. I'm not gonna get. You see the intro. That's as much as I'm showing of that lady. She's got way too much makeup on for me. For the car. I don't know why white people always go with red. It's not always your thing. You end up looking like your mothers. Not to say there's a problem with your mothers if that's what you're going for. All right, shout outs to before we get hot out the gate, shout outs to Junior718. Go check him out on Instagram. He's got delivery. What can I say? What can I say that I haven't already said? He's got delivery. If you need delivery, he's got it.
I don't have friends. I got family.
Talking about narcotics. If you need narcotics, holler at Junior718. He's got it. All right, listen, we like to share friends art here.
It's not me. I'm fighting for my life. It's not you're a fucking pig.
All right. We're not going to do too many pigs, but I got to shout out. ACAB. Today's the ACAB Wednesday. Who would have thought? We're going to get an affirmations. We're still going to keep it positive, guys. You don't let the police win, okay? And we're definitely going to move the soundboard because I don't like it up there. Doesn't feel right for me. Doesn't feel right. I didn't want to jump on the trend, but I saw the trend, and you know it's funny. You guys, you do this thing one time, and then sometimes you guys just like back away. Like it's fun for a little bit, and then you're just like you don't want to do it no more. So I wonder if this is one of those things. I'm literally watching videos on YouTube with a whole bunch of Irish people doing some funny videos. They're doing things like, oh, I finally know what to see if I could find that. It's like, oh, I finally know what to do with this hair now because y'all done made us black. So she's folding back her baby hair because we said that they were
I don't need
we said that they were black, so they're trying to figure out what to do with the Irish baby hair. So that's what's up. Let's put that's what they said. They said, bring it back. We'll make her older. We didn't come in this with no notes, guys, like we usually do. Freestyling.
Regular. It's regular. No.
I wanted to give also a shout out to Fourth Rope, West Side Gun. If you watch wrestling, if you're a wrestling fan, check out the Blackest Wrestling show on the internet. It's It's on the internet.
Subscribe and share. It's free. If you have the internet, it's absolutely free.
There is the rapper, his name is Westside Gunn. He's a Buffalo native, I guess New York resident, New York neighbor, adjacent, the Canada of New York. Great rapper, great producer, even better, Vince McMahon. He's hiring people that got fired, and he's doing really great work. Last night I saw a wrestling match. Playboy, who was that? Playboy Cardi? Not Playboy Cardi. Playboy Cardi was there. No, not Playboy Cardi. The other Playboy Cardi. I did this last night. But he had a rap show, and it was fantastic. Great rap, safe. Joey Badass, another New York native. We got it. I got it. Thank you. Joey Badass, another New York native. He's also from Brooklyn, New York. Shout outs to New York. In the building last night. Never seen so many New York talent for a wrestling show. Fucking love that.
You've got to love life to have life. And you've got to have life to love life.
Whoever's joining me in the chat, appreciate you. Appreciate all the love always. You're in for a treat. We got a good show. We're talking about black fatigue. The fatigue that I didn't even know existed until about a week ago when I asked my wife, I said, hey, what's going on with all this fatigue talk? And then I got put on to game. Like Tariq Nasheed would say, I got put onto some game and not happy. Happy about the sorry, I'm setting up the I'm supposed to do. All right. Not happy about the turnout of it. I don't like the what it stands for, and I don't even like where it came from, and it's stolen again. So you look into it a little bit and it's stolen again. I'm not going to play any of those videos that I know you've seen 1,000 times over and over and over again. Mind you, the lady who put it up, who I have in the reel, she recently killed herself. No, she didn't do that.
Yeah, all that jumping is making me nervous.
Open up your heart and let that hate out. Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta open up your heart and let that hate out, like those police officers did when they gave you a ticket for no reason. Fuck the pigs, guys. Fuck the pigs. Okay, they're shit. Wasting time. Go get someone. You know what I mean? Arrest a bad person. Shit. Hate when they do that. It's like you go your whole. You know exactly who they should be locking up, and then they go and do that. I guess that's how white people feel when they get arrested too. You know who? I'm not the bad guy. That's the fatigue kicking in. Welcome to Live at 5, guys. The only show that starts at 7 o'clock. Don't choose violence, guys. Choose reggaeton. That's my new thing. Don't choose violence. Choose reggaeton, not violence. Welcome to Live at 5, guys. The only show that starts at sometimes 7:55, sometimes 6:55, sometimes 7, little 7-ish. We try every night. We try. I'm not going to tell you what it is that holds me back, but I'm going to give you a little secret. It has something to do with the reels. I like to do them. I like to get dressed up for you guys in the reels. Do a bit. Come on here and be serious. Not that serious. Not that serious. But I'm glad that you're here. Welcome, my niggas and my niggerettes. Guys, we're going to do affirmations. This is a part of the show where we share the positive side of tonight's show before we get into the bullshit. Tonight's show, of course, is titled, It's Not Black Fatigue, You Dingus. You're racist. Could have put an A there. Didn't want to put an A. You're racist. That's it. Not you're a racist. We don't have to do all that. It's not that kind of show.
I strongly believe that TikTok is a ticking bomb.
We're going to be doing some quick affirmations, some positivity to keep the ball on a positive note. And then we're going to jump into the damn black fatigueness that is sweeping the nation like a brand new song. It's like a brand new jingle. It's sweeping the nation. Have you heard it? Have you heard about it? Okay. Just checking notes. All right, let's get into affirmations, guys. Thank you for joining me. This is Live at 5, the only show that starts at 6:45.
My dear American sister.
Awesome. All right, let's start with the first one. Some people don't like you because you're exactly who you say you are. Meanwhile, they got to pick up and choose what mask they're going to wear each day. Damn, love that. Yes. You have to pick a side.
Drinking 40s, smoking weed. And so God pursued me though.
Damn. Some people don't like you because you're exactly who they say you are. Meanwhile, they got to pick and choose what mask they have to choose each day. You know what this gets? A mysterious wow because of mask. And if we're going to do gifts, how about this? The mask. Simple. Guys, the mask in love. So try it. You try it. There he is. Hubba. Do we got a wolf? I'll do the wolf one. There it is. Slower is better. This is it. There it goes. Love it. Bam. Okay. Next one. Choose you even when it's uncomfortable. We're going to be talking about a lot of uncomfortability today,
Did
guys.
you feel that?
Yeah. A lot of uncomfortability today. The whole premise of this show, kind of, sort of, is touching on the uncomfortability of, I'm not going to just say one race. It's not fair. All right, dude. All right.
White people. Black people think.
You made it. You listen. I went to TikTok for a second and found 27 videos.
I strongly believe that TikTok is a ticking bomb.
You guys are making too many videos about black fatigue. You're wailing now. Now you're wailing. You were wailing at the first one that I watched. Keep in mind.
Once again, I'm not an activist. I'm just caught up in the shit. When you start the shit, you can't stop the shit till you finish the shit. I'm in the shit.
And as though it may feel uncomfortable, I still have to choose me. So this gets a love. And we're talking about choosing me. Pokemon. How about it? Pokemon, he was already going to do it. I choose you. Easy. Give it to me. Don't front on me now. You have it. There it is. That says Martin. That's interesting. Someone handmade one, which is good. There it is. Bam. There it is. No problem. Catch them all. Catching feelings. Catching feelings. How about that? More like catching feelings. No problem. Easy. Okay. We like that one. Because again, uncomfortability, being uncomfortable, is a good start. You can't live your life. Can't live your life comfort, unfortunately. Not unless you do right. You got to do right. And I'm talking to most anyone. It's not just a white and black thing all the time. Next one. From now on, I'm going to start telling people you're committed to misunderstanding me, and I don't care to explain myself to you instead of over-explaining myself. Okay, so this is about saving time. I like this. Saving time.
Regular. It's regular. No.
You got to save time, guys. We don't have much time. We don't have much time. So the more time you spend, talking about things like, I don't know, black fatigue. Maybe that's not it. Maybe that lady should have spent her time doing something more productive. Maybe even helping out a ghetto person or whatever she was talking about. But yes, I agree with this. From now on, I'm going to start telling people you're committed to misunderstanding. They choose to think that you're complicated when your morals are most likely
regular. It's regular. No.
They're the ones. They're the ones that have the confusion, and you don't have to explain. 2025, you don't have to explain yourself about explaining yourself. Doesn't make sense. So I'm going to give this. I care about this. If they don't get you by now, you know how that song goes. They will never, ever, ever know you. So if you don't know me by now, easy. Well, what's this? Hey. Well, hold on. Okay. We got it. Go have it. Sit. Oh, I like the tarot card with the judgment. That's it. This is it. I don't know why that came up, but yes. Judgment. Huh. How dare you? How dare you? Like, don't waste my time. Look at that. Don't. Go get it. Easy. Perfect. Judgment card? Sure. Next one. Great job. Crazy how even minding your business makes people upset. Wow. One of my favorite lines from Jay Electronica is, I hope, which I consider him.
I don't have friends. I got family.
He doesn't. He likes some of my posts, so I'm allowed to say that. I could boot crush on Jay Electronica if I want to.
Okay.
It's a word that some gay man made up.
I feel like he said, I hope all my haters get sick and throw up in the toilet. Because it's that kind of vibe. Like, if you have been a supportive hater for a long time to a person, you've been like yearly ignoring their shit, not trying to help them move along or give them any sort of confidence boosters or any sort of compliments. You are a successful hater. You're a long-term hater, like some sort of Patreon. Not a Patreon, but a Patreon. So you might as well donate.
Yeah.
Follow us on YouTube.
Of course. Our Negroes on Spotify. Wait, it's what? Say it again. Our Negroes.
You might as well. If you're a long time hater, please subscribe to the Patreon. Do something. Don't just stand there. If it looks like a breakdown, do something. All right, let's move to the next one. Crazy. Oh, hold on. Crazy minding your business even makes people say yes. So as we say, as I say that to say, I care about this. And also, this gets avatar action. Hold on. Can the computer cut it? Will the laptop bring up the avatars? Should I stress it? Don't even stress it. Don't even do it. Nope. 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 All right. This gets business makes people upset. All right. Hungover. Look at that. Oh, I don't like putting babies, even though that's hilarious. A baby laying on a cat is actually pretty funny, but it's like the definition of upset is a baby laying. All right, I gotta do it. It's a baby laying on a cat, dude. Like, yikes! Look at that. That's pretty much if that was a card, it's pretty sad. All right, moving on. So far, so good. Loving all of these. No misses. Unfortunately, I'm not the type to go crazy and crash out anymore. I'll just look at you in disgust and move on with my life. Guys, we did a whole show about crashing out. Did a whole show about crashing out, guys. No more crashing out.
Yeah, Bagala. All that jumping is making me nervous.
You don't crash out no more, guys. Just keep it moving forward. Got to keep it moving forward. Those people are not going to change. Probably. But you don't have to stick around. You don't have to stick around to see if they change. This is not a rehab session. You're not in a rehab relationship with these people. You know what I mean? Gotta love it. So no more crashing out. I agree. This gets care. Also, you know what? Deal. Like that. So much, a lot of Simpsons. It's computers. It's giving me the memes that I deserve. It's like, you don't want to update me? That's what the donations are for. So the more you donate, the more I could get newer gifts. I can't even go down there. All right, we're gonna probably just do. We're probably gonna do. Let's Make a Deal. Is that the name of that show? Let's Make a Deal with Howie Long. Spelled Mets wrong. Let's make a deal. There you go. There we go. Bam. I like that. Even better. I want to make a deal. Shake on it like that. Perfect. Deal. Didn't say deal. Because that's what I'm good. That's what I'm doing going forward. No, going forward, right? Just in case anyone else doesn't understand that. I mean, like, I'm saying deal to the thing. You know what I mean? Perfect. So far, so good. I gotta say, guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. We're doing good timing, and also we're hitting gems. These are available on Facebook by Marcella Goodrich every day. She picks them out in flowers. Bing bong bing, Trump style, bing bong.
We're winning. You see what's going on. So whatever you can do to help financially would be fantastic, because we have to beat it. If it's $5 or $10 or $100, whatever you can do.
So far, so good. Let's get into the next one, guys. Let's get into the next one. See what we got. At peace with whatever God is in control. I just do my best. I'm at peace with whatever. God is in control. I just do my best. Every day. Every day, guys. That's the everyday kind of mantra, especially with this show.
I don't need
judgment. You know what I mean? We're just living our lives. This is Life at 5. The unsure starts at 6 o'clock, sometimes 7. Clearly, we are at peace with whatever. God is in control. I do my best. Right. And that gets another sort of concur. We don't double up on gifts on the show. I consider myself gift God. So at peace with whatever, God is in control. I do my best. Shirley, control. No problem. Do you have it? They don't have it. All right, that would have been good. That would have been good. Maybe you don't have to. Maybe you don't have to spell out. Maybe you should spell Sheila right. Is that? Am I spelling Sheila wrong? I feel like I'm spelling it right. Maybe. Maybe just put her in by herself. See what comes up. Is that Sheila E? Uh-oh. Speaking of not crashing out. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right. Sheila E. There it is. But no, it's control. But it's okay. It's okay. We could do this. We could do this one too. It's the same premise. Glamorous life. When God's in control, you will live a glamorous life, inshallah. So, shout outs to living a glamorous life with God at the wheel. Spelled inshallah wrong. Type in. That's good stuff. Wait. Hold on. They're jumping around. One more. Yeah, we're back. I felt like that was the last one. I felt good. All right. Guys, that was affirmations. I felt like, again, those are pretty strong. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm not a little biased. She is the love of my life. But those are good words.
The African American woman is the backbone of the black family. Really, the whole American family. I mean, who wasn't raised by a black woman? I know I was. You know, I'm getting phone calls, so I'm going to have to put a pause in this conversation, which I'm really enjoying.
My dear American sister.
That was Art with Friends, the show where I share art from my friends. That was art. Positive affirmations to get you through the rest of the day and week. It depends on how often you're on Facebook. Okay, well, guys, it's time to get into the meat and potatoes.
Okay. Well,
I didn't start this off with nothing. Guys, this is Live at 5. I'm talking about this weird trend that started. You have to just do a minimum amount of research and you can find out that it's complete bullshit. It's just one of those things that happens where someone moved quicker than the other person as far as TikTok is concerned. But that's not even it, because it's literally...
That's also known as an algorithm.
So if the white woman, if there have been 1,000 black women who made a video already on this topic about black fatigue, she would have been outshined by this white woman who is thriving, but she's no longer thriving. She took it down. She took down the video. She doesn't want it up anymore. She took it down. I'm not gonna say. I don't know. She probably was threatened. Sure. I mean, it was stupid, but I mean, to take it down is a bit much. I don't feel like anyone was that upset to kill you, like you claim in your video with our ghetto ratchet.
This is me right here, all day, every day. God damn!
I don't know who hurt you, lady. Everybody always says that too. I just don't know where, when you get in your car, you put on the makeup and you say, I'm finally going to speak my truth. This can't be your truth. You don't look like you've been attacked. You don't even look like you've been around black people ever. You look like you have no black friends. You look like you're speaking from someone else's perspective. Show me your black friends, or show me those ratchet people you were around. Just you should have filmed them. Everybody else does. You're allowed to film, public domain. If you see people acting, guys, this is coming from me.
You know where that came? That came from me. That came from me. It was my.
If you see grown ass adults, I'm not talking about children. Grown ass adults still acting ratchet, fighting in the street. Again, I'm not talking about Florida. Fighting in the street and doing these really crazy ratchet things still in 2025 that these people keep relating to that I still have. I can't find it. They're very rare cases. A lot of those videos are old on TikTok. Keep in mind, please check your date of your videos. They're usually old. So, these are just people looking at things, getting afraid from old things, not keeping up with the records of new things. They're not even in the same area as the people as these incidents are occurring at. But they can speak on it and be like, I'm tired of it. You can't be tired of nothing. You can't be tired of the bed you never slept in.
I don't need.
Somebody else. Somebody maybe has. He's crazy.
I had to blow out the speakers. Sorry if you left after that, but I had to blow out the speakers. That was bomb. They didn't write that down. That was off the top. All right. I wanted to start at. Oh, well, let's do the introduction again, guys. Welcome to Live at 5. The only show starts at 6:30, 6:45, 7 o'clock sometimes. They act like black people are the only ones ratchet and ghetto. That behavior is in every culture, for sure. I've seen some ghetto-ass Indians. I see some ghetto-ass Chinese people. Ghetto-ass Chinese. I see some ghetto-ass Filipinos. I mean, what do you want? They exist. Like chips, like potato chips. It's you can't stop ratchet. Ratchet's everywhere. Ratchet's where poverty is where ratchet follows. That's one of the main things about tonight. And then and the more that you guys ignore poverty as one of the main issues, is like that kind of thing. You're doing it again. You're doing it again. Thank you, Marcelo, for that in the chat. Yes, they do act like black people are the only ones that are ratchet. I see my fair share. Ratchet Japanese. What you want? You know what we call that?
That's also known as an algorithm.
And also,
yeah,
what up? So tonight we're gonna just talk about black fatigue. You dingus. You're just a racist. The word started from a long time ago. I personally looked to see if it was a term. I looked for a couple of things, but the one of the main things, because I was trying to go to around, I wanted to see if there was a term for like CEO fatigue. And it does exist, but it's too ridiculous for me to connect the two. So I decided not to. But I do want you to know on your own time.
What? Let's check. Let's
Google time. Let's Google time.
Go Google CEO fatigue, and they'll explain to you how it went from like 200K upfront to like 180K, and it's stressful, and it doesn't provide the proper means for the vacation that they're used to. I watched the video on that today, and I wish I didn't. I just bring it up and let you know that it does exist. CEO fatigue exists. Okay, so I just want to talk about just the term of the origins of the word. Okay, clearly they didn't make it up. There's an author. Her name is Mary Frances Winters. She wrote a book back in 2020. It was called the Black Fatigue How racism erodes the mind, body, and spirit. So I'm assuming like some white woman read this book and then she tried to flip it on her own terms and make it kind of like a reverse hostile. So it's kind of like this book is not about talking. It's not a hostile book. Because I have a clip I'm going to show you in a bit from Mary herself. We got her, guys. We got her. I'm going to play a clip, but I just wanted to touch upon how before we even get to read the damn book, know it exists. Here come the white people in the libraries reading books faster, grabbing them faster than us because they're always up on Black history, right? We don't have to keep going to the library and reading up on new Black books. We're trying to write our own books. We're trying to create our own Black art. So it's kind of, we might miss a few things. You know what I mean? But they are always in the cut. And the book's probably not available any longer, for sure. Maybe. But they're in the cut reading these books that we should be reading, of course, but we'll get there. But I don't need an explanation of what Black fatigue is. I know what it is. I feel it every day. My bones hurt. They hurt. A lot of it has nothing to do with like my age.
Open up your heart and let that hang out.
It's like that whole, if your partner leaves the house, what can happen? Family leaves the house, what can happen? It's a constant fear. So the best thing I could complain to, I was watching a documentary last night. If you got some time, check it out. It's Sally. I'll find it for you. Check this shit out. This is a very great. I want to say, kind of where we at in this country for those who want to come here. It was a kind of bizarre. If you have time, check out the Ray McNeil, the Sally and Ray McNeil, the death of Sally and Ray McNeil documentary on Netflix. It's fascinating. Oh, hold on. That's not what I was doing. Hold on. How many old people are watching the Diddy case? Are they like, that's Puffy? Are they confused? Are people confused with the Diddy case? Are there any Black people that are confused of what's happening with Diddy? Please leave it in the chat. I would like to know if there's anyone who have been a fan of his music and they're like, what's going on with this guy? He's just coming like you just heard about it. Pretty much this lady, man, she's fascinating, but for all the wrong reasons. So she dates this Black guy. She's a bodybuilder. And I'm not going to spoil the documentary because I want you to check it out. I'm just giving you about her early life. I don't know if it says it here. It doesn't say it here. It doesn't say what she did. Okay, it doesn't say it here. It just gives you a little bit about her own life. I'm just trying to make sure it doesn't say how it happened, what happens in this thing. Okay, so cool. This lady, man, she loves Black children. She loves Black people. But I don't know to what extent if you could murder one. Okay, so she murders her husband. That's pretty much the gist of this. Bodybuilder woman murders bodybuilder husband. That's the matrix of this whole thing. But it's deeper. It gets a little deeper. There's a certain part of the documentary that the case unfolds because they didn't mention a certain thing. But the premise of what I'm bringing this up is because what happens during the trial, there's a lot of like unfortunate buff woman kills buff beauty. That That's America, dude. Like, even when there's a murder, we'll see past color to, I want to say, we'll see past color to objectify your true hatred. Okay, so now put a sinner, a white man who crucified children, let's just say, hypothetically speaking, even though you could probably Google it.
What? You know, let's check with
Google time. It's Google. What is it?
You could probably Google it. It probably actually happened in real life, clearly. But I'm just saying, imagine this scenario where a white guy murders children in the name of God, Mormon, whatever. And a black guy does something low key. They're gonna tear that white guy up because we double down in America on our religion and like Satanism. So what had happened with this lady, this country, we frown upon strong women.
I don't need.
we frown upon strong women. So I guess, I don't know if she had to know, living in the country, she had to know that it wasn't going to be about you killing that black guy or that black guy supposedly beating you up, because that's the thing. It's a domestic violence case. That could be. But if you look like you're capable of defending yourself, because you are, and then you look at the gruesomeness of the crime, I'm not going to even show you how they got her. There's no way that if you're sane, you can say that she was the innocent one in this case. So, little crazy. If you have time, check out the Ray McNeil documentary on Netflix. It's fascinating stuff, guys, about two diesel-ass morons. That's my review. Two dumb, big idiots who use too many drugs. That's all I can say. You know how steroids gets you. It always gets you. You got to take it easy on the steroids.
All that jumping is making me nervous. All that jumping is making me nervous.
They jump so much because they have superpowers.
I'm just gonna find the cover so you could get a better. I think she's starting on the cover, so you get a better view of what I'm talking about. Yeah. This is all I want. I just want to show you this. Look at this. Look. See what I'm saying? Look. Now that's them fucking in love. You feel me? Now, no problems, but they had many problems. And they had many light-skinned children. 2 light-skinned children. He had some. He loves white women. So yeah, I'm bringing that up because when it comes to fatigue and racial, I want to say stereotypes, it's not always the case, okay? It's not always the case, because in this scenario, she murders him. So as far as the stereotypes that that lady was speaking of, you gotta, if you live in America, you have to have 2 different perspectives of the white American, the Anglo-Saxon American and the African American. We have 2 different ways of living this life from the beginning. She talks a little bit about that in the book. It's kind of like to try to disband the term black fatigue into a word that could possibly mean that you're tired of oppression or you're tired of seeing people be oppressed, is what you're actually saying. And if that's what you're saying, right on, so am I. Okay, so am I. You don't make it clear enough for us to understand what you mean by that. So they say that it has something to do with the ratchetness and all that other stuff, but we know that those people don't exist in a larger group to sway someone's. If I haven't seen one, you haven't seen these people fighting in the street that you see on TikTok and all that. I know they exist, but they're not everywhere enough for you to be fatigued. So the physical toll that they say it takes on them, I don't know. They would have to take a sociological neurological test to show me that they are physically being stressed out about Black people talking about being oppressed by their own system rules that they designed to oppress us. So there's a bit of, I want to say, power dynamic. She got on there to purposely try to discomfort a group of people. She didn't say the color of the people. She said the word Black fatigue, but she didn't say Black persons. She didn't say Black female or male. It was just the word Black fatigue, which I thought was interesting. Even when you watch the entirety of it, she doesn't really mention which specific groups of Black people are the ones that grinds her gears. It's just kind of like all, I guess, maybe all. I have no idea. She doesn't mention them. So that's a little bit of a disservice. I mean, if you want us to change, you got to help us, right?
You've got to love life to have life. And you've got to have life to love life.
So if you're the so-called dominant group, you can marginalize a group of people, make them feel like they are the problem, which is okay. I understand that. I have no problem with that. It's happened over and over and over and over and over again. We know that. It happens over and over and over again. They go, oh, you guys do that. You kill each other, blah, 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 Chicago. Cool, tight. But my problem with that is, like, why can I find a 2024 to 2025 murder documentary series of you guys over and over again?
Black people think.
Is it that our Black stories aren't fascinating enough?
Black people think.
Or they choose your stories because they have more to do with just psychotic rage, and ours is mostly poverty. Good luck finding a goddamn rich crime in a Black neighborhood. I'm not talking about Diddy. Stop that. I ain't talking about them goddamn basketball players either, those football athletes. Y'all already got to them. That's stupid. You already got to them. Stop fronting. I'm talking about a Black male committing a crime, non-poverty based, sane, even though being poor could make you crazy. So, I mean, you never tried it. This is not a show where we make fun of white people all night. Guys, welcome to Live at 5. The only show that starts at 7 o'clock.
We're going live at 5. Now we're going live at 5-ish. 6 o'clock, we're going live.
Uh-oh. Shoot Sukum. It's giving me suggestions. I appreciate all suggestions. Chooch, I'm going to say Skookum, says probably a show where you make excuses for bad behavior instead of holding your people accountable. Well, whose people accountable? Chooch? Chooch. I'm not holding my people accountable. I'm holding my people. And also, Chooch, again, this is not a show where I make fun of white people all day. As I mentioned, this lady made a video, okay? And I'm going to explain why I made this video today. As I mentioned, there was a GD author who already talked about this 5 years ago. So it's kind of crazy that no one heard of this book until now. Oh, I hope you do, bro. Honestly, the situation is fucked up all around. What situation, Chooch? Please elaborate. The situation where we feel that your fatigue is a little bit premature. Maybe you need a little bit more time to get fatigued from us. We just started making movies like Sinners. We just started, like, you know what I mean, getting out here. So I feel like maybe you guys fatigue. You should hold back. We had like 400 years of fatigue, my guys. You know what I mean? So I just mean, like, you know, it is shitty, but I don't think the shush factor is it. The shush factor is not it.
I don't need.
We're not gonna do the shush factor. We're allowed to talk, just like you guys are allowed to be as loud. We're allowed to be just as loud as you are. But not just negative loud, like she said, being ghetto on the bus. God bless. Chooch, listen. I appreciate you, my brother. And you can stick around. You should stick around. I'm about to play the clip, actually. You should stick around. I'm going to show some evidence. Shout out to Chooch Skookum. Guys, we're getting into the part of the show. I'm going to drop a clip where Mary is going to explain exactly what Black fatigue is. I don't really, like I said, shout outs to my wife who got me into the topic. It's not about blaming a group of one specific persons for something. It's about something about maintaining a status quo that keeps happening. There's a status quo that seems like it has to be maintained, and that needs to stop. And there's also microaggressions, i.e. the police. These are little things, breadcrumbs. You see, like, they're all connected in a way, but maybe not. If you could lock down that, it could just be that police are so tired of us not listening and so tired of our Black ass behavior. That's why they keep railing on us. They need to speak up. They need to say that they are also suffering from Black fatigue. They never give us a meter or how much we could withstand with you guys. They never said, how much white fatigue can you withstand? They never asked us. We don't know. It keeps going. Maybe it's infinite. Maybe it's infinite. Welcome Live at 5, the only show that starts at 7 o'clock. Gotta love everyone. Guys, listen.
You've got to love life to have life. And you've got to have life to love.
Who's trying? If you're trying to change, I'm with you. But if you condone this bullshit, this may be about you. I don't know what to tell you. What we got? Another show. White people need hold your white people accountable. White people need to hold your anti-Black white people. Yes, the white people need to hold your anti-Black people accountable. Okay, so you're talking about the black people who are hanging around white people who are anti-white? Is that what we're talking about? Oh no.
I don't need.
You better listen.
You told me to take my high yellow ass inside the house.
I don't have time for that. See, that's Sinners. That was Sinners was about. Sinners was about the light skin. Whatever. This is not a movie review. I'm just saying. Well, look, I'm not just gonna talk about. It's not about chooch. I'm saying like, yo, for the people who are mad at the ghetto ratchet ones, when you are around your fellow black friends that you are cool with, the good ones,
The black Hebrew Israelites.
when you're around the good ones, let them know. Like if you with the black person, tell another black person. If you see something, say something. Because we need to know. We might even be able to regulate. Do you know we're like natural street preachers? Do you know that?
The black Hebrew Israelites.
Do you know that? Did you know that if you point us out to one of your broken brothers and sisters, not all, it could work. We have powers. You keep saying we do. We do. We could talk to them. Put us on with them. Don't keep them a secret and then snitch on them, and then make us feel like shit. Make us look like shit.
Did you feel that? Yeah. Did you feel
Like wasn't coming for you, and here you come out the blue. All of a sudden, we've been a nuisance to you. All right. Well, no white people need to hold racist, anti-black people accountable. No. White people need to hold racist, anti-black people accountable. Yes, I agree. I said you need to check your partners in your circle who are anti-black. Check them. Check them in the circle. Check them. Tell them, look, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? Let me see your fucking page history.
Really and truly, I'm just picking the lesser of the evil.
Let's been hearing that a lot.
Yellow ass inside the house.
We don't have to investigate who's an ally. You know what I'm saying? We'll be back in the abolitionist days. Will the real abolitionists stand up? It doesn't have to be like this. I feel like it's more simpler than this. I'm trying to make these shows to figure out what's going on. This is not I don't blame them. Me no blame. Me no blame. I'm here to. I'm trying to understand. 2025. Why is a blonde woman in full makeup, complaining about black behavior, and then it has to like catch on like it always does? All right, listen, guys. You know it's not going to be a long one. I got to get into this clip. Thank you for joining me. This is Live at 5, the only show that starts at 7 o'clock. I'm your host, iNegroes1. Check out the damn reel that I did. I turned into the Matrix. And if you yourself are anti-black, go to therapy. Well, look, guys, we always say that. Listen. You gotta get fixed. You only get one brain. You only get one brain. And if you want to be out here sabotaged, family sabotaged you, you got nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, and you want to put all that trauma on us, that's not where we're going to do it. And I promise you, if you do the math like you do, we put most of our trauma on each other. So it's like you think that there's some sort of black uprising where we're killing a whole bunch of white people. Show me the day that happened. It's never been no sort of. It never happened. It never happened. Shouts to John Brown. Well, there's movies. Yeah, there's movies where we're kicking y'all asses, but it's only fantasy, guys. It's fantasy.
Yeah, Pagala. All that jumping is making me nervous.
They jump so much because they have superpowers. ¿Qué no entiende, chingado?
We was jumping around in those movies, just killing y'all, just having fun. It was just fantasy. But in real life, though, y'all guys was fucking us up. Y'all was fucking us up. That was fucking us up. But this is not a slavery episode. We're not talking about that because as someone has mentioned, I need to stop. I need to do the
That's also known as an algorithm.
I just want to be clear that this is not a show I make fun of white people. I'm trying to connect the broken plug. I am a universal adapter. I am part of a show called The Woke Goat. Why is the show called The Woke Goat? Because we are trying to be goat herders. I don't know where your head at. Maybe you're just racist. If you can't get that this is bullshit, reevaluate.
We're winning. You see what's going on. So whatever you can do to help financially would be fantastic.
victimhood.
It's fucked up all around. It's still a scary statement for me. I didn't really feel like that. I mean, I know that, you know what I mean? But everyone always asks me these questions, like, don't you know some cool white people? I'm going, yeah, for sure. For sure. I know cool white people. I went to school with cool white people. Dude, what do you mean? So it's kind of like unfair. It's unfair to even from here hear her, that perspective is not even the state of the world. I feel like a lot of people are trying to understand those ghetto ratchet or whatever they call those people, you know what I mean? They're trying to understand them more than just be like write them off like they're a problem or just a nuisance to the world. So I feel like we've definitely took some steps forward for sure. But as far as like that whole microaggression and just that whole, I don't know, just it's sort of like underlining prejudice and this underlining sarcastic fucking whatever you want to call it, a sarcastic fear, because it's not real. So it's sarcastic fear, what I want to call it. And but it doesn't really, it kind of, it trickles down kind of to actual people who are watching this shit. You gotta remember that TikTok is open to the world, baby.
I strongly believe that TikTok is a ticking bomb.
So when you do that and some grandma watches it, she's probably not taking it as sarcastic as you probably thought your delivery was. I can't imagine explaining black fatigue to a old white woman. Someone has to explain this to their grandmother, their old white grandmother, why she made that video and why everyone's jumping on board. So, but all right, like I said, it's not gonna be a long one. I got to get into of course, my conclusion, but of course, the Mary Frances Winters. It's very. I got a clip. Clearly, the book is out. I think I put the book. The book is in the link in the bio of all YouTube, Facebook, and of all of them.
We're going live at 5. We're going live at 5-ish. 6 o'clock. We're going live at 6 o'clock. 5. Ooh, that's it.
That kind of vibe. Like, I don't mind. I welcome anyone in the chat. You know what that is. Shout out to Chooch. It's like I always say on the show, this is not a show where we bash white people all day. We have better things to do. Negros is about sorting out who's odd, who's with us. Are you an abolitionist or not? Are you an ally or not? Check it out the chat. I love white people. I love their movies, music, art. It's just when they're racist, the racist ones come out, it fucks me up, and it ain't right. See, that's it. Guys, very simple. Shout outs to my love, who got pulled over by the fucking police today.
You're a fucking pig.
There's an ACAB episode. Fuck the cops. Yes, she's 100%. I dedicated this entire episode to get to the Matrix. That's the Matrix. It's a Matrix, the black fatigue thing. It gets deep. I didn't know. Look at it. And then you watch other people make the videos of it. Then you watch white people making videos of it. Then white people making videos of it. Then you got white people making white videos, making fun of the white people who are making fun of white people about that video. That's a Matrix. Then you got black people making fun of the white people who are making fun of white people. Like, oh, don't make fun of them. That's you. What? So they're making fun of the defenders because it's ridiculous. Because it is ridiculous. It shouldn't have existed. But it's kind of like, it's art, baby. Art.
I strongly believe that TikTok is a ticking bomb.
It's art. And I love it. Just like I love white people. I do. I love your music. Majority of my samples are, I use a lot of like rock samples. Don't tell YouTube that. Just snitched on myself.
You know what's funny?
So I'm just gonna we're gonna get into a snippet, guys. Welcome to Live at 5. The only show starts at 6:30, 6:45. I'm gonna let Mary explain her book and explain her thesis from the original person, Mary Frances Winters. I'm gonna let her explain what she thought, what she said what Black fatigue is, and then how it got to where it is today. Welcome to Live at 5.
We're going live at 5. We're going live at 5-ish. 6 o'clock. We're going live at 6 o'clock. 6, 5.
Expand screen. Hacking. Music off. Hacking. Video. Commence.
Mary Frances Winters, Black Fatigue, How Racism Erodes the Mind, Body, and Spirit.
Every time I go in.
Black Fatigue delves into the history of white supremacist and racist systems and their impact on generations of Black people, eroding their mind, body, and spirit. Addressing racism on interpersonal, institutional, and structural levels, the book highlights the necessity for white people to actively oppose racism and advocate for systemic change. Get ready to explore the multiple dimensions of racial dynamics and the effects on Black people's mental health, socioeconomic well-being, and community experiences. You will also learn about the importance of intersectionality and the various ways one can champion anti-racism and function as a catalyst for meaningful societal transformation.
I want to ask the chat a question. I don't know how to do this. All right, I have 2 versions of this ready to go. I have a simple reading, right, of a 12-minute thesis of like kind of like a cut and dry, or kind of like when you read the back of the book, a little bit of the middle. But I also have a really cool interview with a Black female podcaster that we listen to. So I was like, do you want to just hear her words alone with the robot, or do you want to hear her talk with another Black woman about the book? I wasn't sure. So I kind of picked the one with just the excerpt and not the interview. I don't know which one would be better. What do you think? All right. Well, I kind of feel like I should have went with the visual, maybe. So you can see what she looks like, I guess. This was, look. I should have went with that one. I just felt like, I didn't know they was going to use this voice. If that's the voice for the whole time, that's not going to work. It's okay. Oh, like I said, go watch that damn documentary with that bodybuilder. It's crazy. That documentary ends nuts. And her kids are crazy. Sorry, mulatto kids. What are you doing?
You told me to take my high yellow ass inside the house.
Scary shit. I have the other one. It's Karen. She does a good bit interview. I should play it. I was trying to all right. At least we can see what she looks like, right? It's visuals. You're right. Let's play the copyright stream, so should be all right. Like I said, well, first of all, I already mentioned on this show when we first started that this would be a show where we only share Black art.
There's only one tropical rainforest in the U.S.
Not a lot of people sharing other Black videos.
It's right here in Puerto Rico.
For references, I'm talking about. As references,
it's like another world.
And editorial,
we like to think of it.
You know, that type of shit. So I'm gonna be, I think it's gonna be the one that shares people you never heard of, probably.
I was looking for a quarterback.
These do bring out my eyes.
Dix is the GOAT.
Let me welcome to the show, Mary
Frances Winters. Welcome, Mary Frances Winters.
Thank you so much. It's an honor.
Oh, thank you. You got on your Good Trouble shirt in honor of John Lewis. I appreciate that. Tell me about this journey to writing this book. How long did it take you, and what was the impetus?
6 o'clock.
Yeah, it took me a short period of time because the publisher wanted to get it out. It was supposed to come out next February, and as a result of everything that's been going on in the past few months, we decided to move it up. So probably about 4 or 5 months, but I've been thinking about it. This is my 6th book, and I've been thinking about it for a while. I've actually been thinking about it as a result of the work that I do in corporations and talking with millennials, particularly Black millennials and Black Gen Z, and they were telling me, we're tired, we're exhausted. You know, this was a year ago, 2 years ago. And I look at them and I say, you're 35 years old. How are you exhausted already? And they would give me that side. And I like, you know, I know I'm exhausted here. Now, don't you just, we're going to respect you because you're older, but you're exhausted. So it really got me to thinking about the extra burden, which we know about, but I think we normalize it. As Black people, I just think we normalize the burden that it takes to just live as Black people in the United States. So we have every day, there seems like there's something else. And maybe we'll talk about it in a little bit. You know, in my work, I'm a diversity, equity, inclusion consultant. I've been doing the work for now 36 years. And every decade, you know, something happens and you feel like you're going 2 steps forward and then you're going 4 steps backwards. And so most recently, these executive orders, which say the work that we do, we can't even do it anymore. And so it's just always something that causes that fatigue.
What's going on 37 years ago? Is that the 37 years ago on the heels of what was happening in the country, that there had to be a wave of diversity and inclusion that gave birth to your whole industry, Mary Frances Winters? What was going on?
Is your WordPress site painfully slow? A slow site means missed opportunities that hurt your bottom line. So when every second counts, Kinsta keeps you ahead.
Yeah, so in 1984, when I left the corporate world, we were still, you know, really deep into affirmative action kinds of things, deep into compliance.
You're gonna get some commercials.
And I think what the impetus right back then was a gentleman by the name of Dr. Roosevelt.
And if you're just tuning in, we are checking in with Mary Frances, the originator of the term Black fatigue. She wrote the book back in 2020, and she's explaining why she wrote the book and why the misuse is so important that it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be, because in an actual term that she's trying to express to help you guys have a better connection with us, opposed to you thinking that we're just constantly complaining and what have you.
Thomas, he's passed away, but he's been considered sort of the vanguard of changing from this notion that it's about compliance to this notion that it's really about respecting and valuing the diversity. So I think, you know, that was really kind of the tipping point for this movement to go from, we do it because the government tells us we have to do it, and now the government's telling we shouldn't do it, but anyway, it's another thing, to we're doing it because we want to uplift and value and recognize those people who have been subordinated and marginalized and who have not had the opportunity in the organizations. And if you do that, corporation, your organization is actually going to do better.
And I've been hearing that. I am a recipient of affirmative action. I was told that when I got to the New York Daily News. I'm only there because they had a spot open specifically earmarked for a Black person. So I am a direct, recipient of affirmative action, gratefully. And as I grow in my understanding of this world, I'm thinking, reading through your book, and it's called Black Fatigue. Have we integrated ourselves into burning houses? This is a fire theme today. I'm onto a fire theme as a result of Lovecraft Country. We're in a burning house. Martin Luther King said to Harry Belafonte, "I fear that I've integrated my people into a burning house." Many corporations don't want us there, and they're doing it because they've been told they have to, by law, have diversity. They don't see the value in it. Even when we're there, they don't see the value. I remember being at the Daily News thinking, I'm 21 years old, and they don't know how badass I am. They just literally checked the box. They didn't know what they were getting. I had on stockings and a suit, and I talked and I code switched on them.
there was an organization that used to be around that used to tell the truth. A news company that started with magazines that showed like really vivid pictures of like public housing or like farming or like your old time like American grease heads, niggas doing the work and the thing, strippers, like the things that make this country go. It was Vice News magazine. So Vice News magazine, for those out there, this was the magazine that started back early 90s, late 2000s, and it just depicted the best that you could of the American culture, then also did, of course, some international news and let us know what was going on. So you out there now, you youngins,
Did that make you feel a certain way?
You probably see that they have the Vice News Network, I know, on cable. I don't know if they have all the same stories up like that they put out, but of course a lot of those stories are available, of course, on YouTube and shit like that. But at a point, there was a lot of Black news and journalists on that network, which was like something I've never seen before. And we're not talking about your fucking Carlton bullshit. We're talking about your Black person who's asking Black questions. So it was kind of crazy that they weren't being directed to do so. So it's kind of like actual free journalism. But of course, like all things that are gnarly, like the video game industry that is gnarly, there's going to be cutbacks. Anytime there's a job that has free will and free artistic development in that job, they'll cut that first, other than any fucking Wall Street or any fucking bullshit that makes money for them and not us, obviously. So free art clearly and abstract and all these fucking like people who are just trying to make art share with us. That's all.
You've got to love.
But there's the corporation, they change it, bop, and then if they're not willing to get down with stamping something on that sharing factor that they're trying to do, they get cut. I don't know in what aspect, as far as like how they think we're gonna get further with these mentalities, having white CEOs, having white blah blah blah. How can we get further in life if you guys are the gatekeepers? You got the key to the gate. How can you get past the gate if you're this biased? You're not opening up. It doesn't feel like you are. If you are, let me know. Like I told you, this is our Negroes. If you see anybody who's being ratchet in the street, please send the video.
What are we talking about?
Please send, if you got someone who's being nasty on the plane, that's being ghetto, please send all your ghetto videos to us, and I will play them.
What are we talking about?
Because I haven't seen it. So if you see it, let me know.
Once again, I'm not like this. I was caught up in the shit. When you start the shit, you can't stop the shit till you finish the shit. I'm in the shit.
And somebody really experienced to sit in that seat in sports, but yet they check their boxes because they really don't care about diversity. They really don't care about broadening and rounding out their company and giving their company breadth and understanding for the future. They don't value us. So why do we keep trying to make them see us? Help me out, Mary Frances.
Yeah, I think, we bought into the integration model, the model that said, we can't have these seats. Prior to the Civil Rights Act of 1964, it was legal to discriminate against us and to explicitly say, I'm not hiring you because you're Black, because I don't want any Black people here. After the Civil Rights Act of 1964, it was illegal to do that. And then the Executive Order 11246, 1965 said, not only will you not discriminate, but you will take affirmative action to level the playing field. And so what many companies did with that as they went out and said, "Oh, there's a black person. Oh, there's another black person. Oh, come on, can you work for us?" They didn't look at credentials. They were looking at checking the box, as you say, and as being able to look to say, "Look, I have one." So we all have our own stories about this, right? I'm a proud recipient of affirmative action too. From the time I went to college, I went to University of Rochester in New York, and when we went there, the year before there were 10 black students. The year that I went, there were 69 black students, and the president said that none of us belong there. We all belong at the community college, if anywhere. So we took over the administration building and held it for a few days. But anyway, that's what we did back. That was like 1969, 1970, right?
Ivy League.
So
the most racist word I've ever heard in my life.
This idea that we don't belong,
Ivy,
has been continued to be perpetuated. And what we see now is corporations saying, "Oh, I didn't know racism was still such a thing," until the most recent anti-black racism protest. And I'm like, well, look, I've been in my own business for 36 years. I left the corporate world because, and we can talk about that as well, but because I knew I wasn't going to be able to reach my full potential in a repressive, the burning building, if you will. But people are surprised that we're where we are now, where we are. They're surprised that racism still exists. I mean, I was just shocked when all of this happened and all these corporations are now giving these statements saying we didn't know. To your point, they knew, they just didn't want to do it.
And now they have an administration that has told them it's legal to not do it. So now if you are in the military, if you work for the government, there cannot be any racial inclusion, diversity and inclusion discussion because they're saying that is racist. And that there's no race, there's no systemic race. They have said, Bill Barr said there's no systemic racism. The president of the United States says there's no systemic racism. That's a hoax. The vice president said it's a hoax. It's not real. And now they've codified it with an executive order. How's that impacted you personally, Mary Frances Winters? And how's that going to impact the next 10 years of our business life in this country?
Motto, just living in general.
Tell Congress to protect healthcare access for New York's communities.
No
Medicaid cuts.
It's kind of crazy. It's kind of like
I just felt
back to it. Guys, I'm going to just say, if you're joining me, I appreciate this. This trend, my only problem, like most trends, there are very rare abolitionists left. So they will get the likes and they will do the things for the views, and this shit will just fall off like it always does. Like there was a time that kids were riding trains. Oh, buttons ain't working. Well, okay, there was kids were riding trains, and that was a trend that was happening on TikTok, and we kind of just, but they're still doing it. So it's kind of like, I hope it's not like one of those things where you're on the cusp of starting something really big. You're on the cusp of starting something really big. If you can see past, because we're not doing Karen now. No. We're surpassing Karen now. You're on level, you're almost at Super Saiyan. You're at KO Ken. You are channeling your instinct. You're realizing that the people around you weren't the ones that they suspected to be, and you are powerful without them. You KO Ken. You don't need white power to have white power or to have power. You don't need white power to have power. Is that it? That's it.
Open up your heart and let that hate out.
You're allowed to be angry, and you're allowed to be angry at your own race. I get mad at black people all the time. All the fucking time. Trust me. I am not sitting here acting like I don't get mad at black people. So you can't even tell me a black joke that I haven't heard before or made upon myself or made upon another black person. I've heard them all. Now that is a challenge. It's not a challenge. But if you do want to put racist jokes in the comments, please, by all means, do it. You probably won't get blocked. So let it rock. Let it rain. All right. We're going to get to a little bit more, Mary. This is not going to be a long one, guys. Thank you for joining me. This has been Live in 5, the only show that starts at 6:45. Again, this is not a tutor or a tweeter or whatever. I'm not doing the Matrix. No. This is the final episode. I'm not letting that lady reign in my brain. That's not how this show works. but I just wanted to address like where did it come from and like why are you guys using this out of this context that definitely that your own people are saying doesn't make any sense.
We're going live at 5. We're going live at 5-ish. 6 o'clock. We're going live at 6 o'clock. 6, 5.
Well, there are actually 2 executive orders. The first one said federal government agencies could no longer do the work. The second executive order said that any federal contractor, and most companies in this country, the big companies, the Lockheeds, the Boeings, but those are the big ones, but most companies do business with the government. So if you do business with the government, they're saying you cannot do this work. So it hits most of the corporate world. On the one hand, so let's just take Wells Fargo. I'm not telling you tales out of school. This has been in the newspaper. Wells Fargo was fined $7.8 million for discriminating against Black people in August, and the OFCCP, Office of Federal Contract Compliance, told them they had to pay $7.8 million because they were discriminating. That was in August. Last week, the government, same agency, OFCCP, told Wells Fargo that when they made a statement that they were going to be intentional about hiring more Blacks into leadership, they're told that's discriminatory because they're focusing on Blacks. On the one hand, they got slapped for discriminating against Black. On the other hand, they're being told, and now you can't do it. So the government in and of itself is telling two different stories. It hasn't impacted my business for 36 years because I don't do a lot of business with the government. Never have. Too much red tape. Too much. My business is with the corporate world, and most of my clients are moving full steam ahead. I wrote a piece for my clients to say, you don't have to defend against the executive orders because we do not violate the executive orders. The executive order says we shouldn't teach that any one race is inherently better than another. That's what we teach, that one race is not inherently. We shouldn't teach stereotyping. Stereotyping is a narrow characteristic of one group. So we teach that we shouldn't stereotype. The executive order says that that inclusion training is okay, where you're talking about bringing together all groups so they can work better together. That's exactly what we teach. So when I look at the executive order and take it apart, from my perspective, I say, yeah, that's what we do. We're trying to do is live up to what our Constitution says we are. And when we find those inequities that says we're not living up to our Constitution, it behooves, and the government, and the legal organizations are really mandated to contract compliance, told Wells Fargo.
So as you're doing that, it could, the intent was to stop and shut down all diversity and inclusion. But if somebody is smart, they can actually use it to bolster the reason why we need to have more folk like Mary Frances Winters in this space. All right, so give us some solutions. If you are in a place right now where you're fatigued.
Now, when we talk about solutions, when it comes to a condition that doesn't exist, it's like talking to one of those 6 white people in a telenovela.
I'm too old for this shit.
You guys got to stop. Get out of that bed, guys. Get out of that bed. Stop taking those pills. Stop drinking that white wine in the morning. I'm talking to you two, the men. Whiskey with your bros in the morning is not. You're no good. You're no good. And if you have a chance, please Google CEO fatigue. It's a real thing. It's happening now. CEOs are exhausted. Not just white. Most of them are just like, we don't even know what to give our staff anymore for lunch. Do you know they made an app to make it easier to order lunch for the staff? They don't even know what. How do I spend thousands of dollars a week? Well, instead of just letting them order the fuck whatever they want, there's probably, it's probably the way. What do you want to eat? No, I'll order it. You don't know what you want to eat with your poor taste. Your poor taste. I pay you. I know what you want to eat.
Oh, champagne and caviar. Don't touch those. They're for guests. James, we are guests.
Carly's going to get her drunk and have his way with her.
Guys, I shouts to Negros, to my wife, and shouts to the fucking piggies out there. Guys, be careful. The piggies are out.
This is me right here, all day, every day.
You're a fucking pig.
The piggies are out, guys. They're giving out fucking free salutations like it's fucking like some sort of Patriot Day. So be careful. Some weird cop holiday, some little blue flag holiday. I'm not. Here you go. You need to stop blaming the cops, dude. They need to stop stalking my wife. No, fuck you. The cops got better things to do, but they pretend like they don't. If you are so busy, Mr. Officer, why do you keep killing people? And then covering it up. You know how much time that takes?
Yeah, all that jumping is making me nervous.
You guys need to get it together. Get it together. You can be angry, but be clean with it. Be Dexter. More Dexter, less whatever the hell you're doing. It's sloppy. It's messy. It's costing the city millions.
Where you're showing up for Zoom and people are making comments about your hair, or they're going out of the way to ask you, you're the only Black person, the only so-called person with melanin in the Zoom at your company. Any questions, like you're the spokesperson for all Blackness, or they're making jokes, which they think are trying to, make you feel included, but it really does make you feel like you're sticking out and then you can't say anything. And it's just, the microaggressions. How do we solve the fatigue, the Black fatigue?
As you well know, it is not easy. So first we have to name it. And when people ask me when I wrote the book, they say, well, who is the book for? Black people? I said, no, the book is for white people because Black people already know they're fatigued. We have to get the word out.
I mentioned that earlier.
Microaggressions, that the daily, slight, that the extra burden, being on guard all of the time. And so I think, acknowledging it. And I think the second thing is what we teach is creating brave spaces where people are able to speak their truth without repercussions. As a result of the what happened, right after George Floyd and the global racial protests, many organizations held listening sessions, and my company did a lot of those listening sessions for our clients. And Black people were saying this was the first time they felt that they could speak and really speak their truth.
After
that they were not muzzled, that they were not told, oh, you're playing the race card, oh, you're being too
can't be the body on
this was the first time that somebody was actually listening to what they were saying and really trying to understand. I was on a call when I'm coaching a leader, and one of my clients, I was on the call today, and he's really just not getting it. And so I asked the question, how would you know if you've never had that experience when you were talking about the folks in the government who are disavowing that systemic racism even exists? How would you know? How would you know? And if you're not even willing to listen,
that lady.
So I think what needs to happen is, that's the first thing, the listening. The second thing is interrogating the systems and the structure. And you can't tell me that you don't know when somebody is being underpaid, pay equity. So this gentleman that I was on the phone with this morning said, well, he said, I've had to, white man, said, I've had to fight for everything I got. And if I'm being underpaid, I'm going to go and talk to my boss and tell him, hey, I'm being underpaid. That's what we need to do. Everybody can do that. So I tried to ask him, no, everybody can't do that. And how would you even know that you're being underpaid? He said, well, you go out to, the Google and you Google it and but not recognizing that when a Black person goes to a boss and says, I'm being underpaid, it's very different than when a white man goes and says, I'm being underpaid. Just like Kamala Harris, we've seen all of the social media about the way Kamala Harris showed up at the debate very differently than a white man could have shown up. And that she...
Mary, I'm going to stop you there. She is 100% right about that GD work shit. When you show up at a job and you are one of the only minorities there, they have a picture for you. So if you want to talk about this whole systemic bias shit that you claim that we do, guys, you guys have narrative for us before we even open our mouths, before we even talk. The whole fucking place knows who we are, where we come from, what you guys build stories for us. I promise you this. Any chicken spot any black spot that black people work at and a white person gets hired, we're not sitting around talking about you. And I know you think we are because we poke fun and we're having fun. We're not. We already know. You know you're not crazy. You wouldn't be here. We already checked it out. We checked it out. You're good. We're not gonna fuck around with you. The problem is you already know we're good, but for your peers and for the state of your status fucking quo, you have to keep up this persona, and it doesn't work. Do you understand that? It does not work. It's a trickle-down effect. It's a failure effect. It's a failure action that you have. It's a failure skill. It's useless. It's useless. It's fear-mongering. It's like fucking useless fear-mongering for no reason. For no reason. You're making up stories. If it doesn't happen to you, why would you talk about it? Have you been personally attacked by a ghetto black bitch? Like, what the fuck are we talking about? This is like a pressure on my forehead, like right
What
here.
are we talking about?
Because I'm looking at, I'm like, when the last time a black bitch, her words, not mine, a black ghetto girl, or whatever how she said it, black ghetto girl, came up to her. When did that ever happen to you? It never happened. So I'm just saying, your fears, you got to keep them to yourselves. It's for movie shit. We keep our fears to ourselves. Guys, we are totally afraid of you. You could fucking Jason.
I strongly believe that TikTok is a ticking bomb.
Fucking, I'm talking about real life, right? You talking about Bundy? You talking about Bundy, Dahmer, I watch them every night, and you guys keep growing. And don't talk about the kids. You love the kids. I just think that as a generation that we're trying to like fix this shit and we're trying to figure out what's going on, this is an old tactic that someone's trying to bring back, and I don't know why you're doing that. I don't know why you're doing this, because we're trying to figure out like how to get y'all to stop killing us innocent people, and you try to make us seem like we're complaining. We're complaining about some sort of status that we don't have, and we're laying it on you. It's coming down on you. You can't get your life going because we keep railing on you. I thought I was oppressed, so now you're oppressed. So who's oppressed? I feel like we're pointing at each other like the Spider-Man meme. If you're oppressed and I'm oppressed, who's depressed? What the fuck is going on?
Really and truly, I'm just picking the lesser of the evil.
Let's been here that a while. Subscribe and share.
If they're oppressed, we're fucked.
He had to, quote, had to show up that way, or else look at this angry black woman. You know, we have a president who's calling her a monster. Look how she showed up. And so getting to that understanding that you come with privilege when you are white, whether you're poor or not. So in my book, I talk about the inequities that poor white women have a less likelihood of having premature births than middle-class black women.
CRT,
and so
baby.
even when you cover for, you know, those kinds of differences, socioeconomic differences, and you level that, right? Socioeconomics are the same. The inequities are still there. Black people still do not get the same treatment. There are still vast inequities. And so many of my clients want data. Karen, they want data. The data is indisputable. And I talk about that in chapter 4, Then Is Now, where I show data that says 50 years ago we were here, today we're here, and we haven't moved.
We're talking with Mary Frances Winters. The book is called Black Fatigue. Black Fatigue, How Racism Erodes the Mind, Body, and Spirit. All right, so.
All right, guys. So clearly, if you want to see the rest, Mary Frances Winters speaks out. If you want to see her, bring it home. If you want to see the rest, because I'm going to wrap it here at a 2-hour mark. But if you want to see the rest, go check it out and go buy her book. It's fascinating shit. I've seen what I've seen of it. I mean, I've did a lot of videos on her work because of what's happening now. So she's getting popular. So it's kind of great, actually, in a sense. Got to fight for it. Now her book's going to be on top, even though it came out 5 years ago. Because a white woman made it popping. All good. Hey, whatever works. Maybe she is an abolitionist in disguise. Who knows? It's probably a reverse psychologist. Guys, this has been Live at 5, the only show that starts at 7 o'clock. Tomorrow will be earlier for sure. We're not talking about this again. I just wanted to really touch on this because my wife brought this up to me. I felt like it's a really weird topic that you guys are trying to take over. And there's proof of the origins of the book. There's proof of the origins of the actual action of what it means. And there's a definition. If you Google it, AI has a definition of what fatigue is. And if you want to even test AI, ask AI.
I wish a nigga.
What? Speak English, nigga.
Ask AI, do you think white fatigue exists? And you'll be surprised what AI will respond to you. You're not gonna like that. And the AI speaks the truth. It just gets kind of ridiculous. Like, how ridiculous is that? Gets real British on you. Guys, thank you for joining me. Again, like every Wednesday, it starts like a Monday, but I think we pulled it through. We hit the 2 mark. We got our notes out there. I got everything out that I wanted to say. We got a guest. Shout out to Chocho. What is his name? Let me get him. Put him up here. Shout outs to Chooch Sukum in the chat. Join the chat for a discussion. I love it. Need more of it. Tell your friends. Look, if you send this show to people you love or who you hate, and if it looks like a breakdown,
I wish a nigga.
Like, subscribe and share.
To all my niggers and my niggerettes, I love you very much. We kept it Wednesday light.
Regular. It's regular. No.
I just wanted to dap into a trend, make a whole fucking thumbnail about her back. She probably liked that part, but she probably traded the old for the hair. Whatever.
Getting jiggy with it.
All right, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. We'll pick it back up. Something else, something new, something fresh. Please look out. I know we've missed a couple of news, or one news show. Guys, allergy season. Wake up. Wake up.
Oh, you nasty.
It's nasty outside. You know what it is outside. We're all healing up. Everybody's healing up. The news is coming back. Yak's coming back. Woke Goat's already here. Go check it out. It's on Instagram right now. Links in the bio. Shows in the bio. Shows in the damn story thread. Check it out. We did a full 3-hour show about Woke Goat. We did it. We brought the show back. We did it. The premium. All right, guys. I love you. And if you watch the show, the whole thing, I appreciate you. I'll see you tomorrow. Love yourselves and I love you back. I've been your host, iNiggas1. This has been Live in 5 the only show.
We're going live at the Go back to the whole country. 6 o'clock. We connected with your roots. Live at 6 o'clock. Six.
There better not be any Spanish there, okay? Especially coming from your unemployed ass mouth.
Don't forget to love yourselves and we love you back, baby. I'll see you tomorrow. Faster and stronger. Now hit them with that original Odd Negroes mix. Let me explain what you got going on. The La Orchestra, which is the theme song when you see them running into the phones, right? In the middle of the movie. I mean, when the Matrix opens up, we got the orchestra opening of the Matrix 1. Okay? That's what you hear in the beginning. Then you're hearing a Kali Uchis reggaeton voice that I pitched up all the way up. And then you got Onyx with a song called Black Fatigue that I didn't know existed till today. And then you got the Matrix 1. Dun, 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 all together. That's it. That's all it is. And of course, I turn into Black Fatigue itself. Because sometimes the white power gets overwhelming.
You
You gotta love life to have fun, and you got to have life to love life.
Don't forget to love yourself and love you back. See you tomorrow.
Help me find my drawers. Help me find my drawers.
Well, I've never figured.
Reason I already put it.
Just so unbelievably fed up with the ghetto ratchet behavior, entitlement, the victimhood,
Black fatigue, civil war, city point, Chuck G.
Going live at 5 on Instagram, YouTube, and the other one. I am Black Fatigue.